Back in 2015, there was a huge surge in popularity on YouTube for Star Wars surrounding the release of The Force Awakens. This led to classic channels like Star Wars Theory and The Lore Master blowing up, and I know you've seen the lists for the most viewed YouTube videos ever.
Alright, so here we are.
But what if we look at the little sliver that is Star Wars videos, and as it turns out, a lot of them are usually pretty short and low IQ, although I will admit we do also have the random Academy-winning short films, which make this more exciting. However, I will actually be excluding movie trailers from this, as they generally do take up about 90% of the top 10 if we're including them, but since I'm sure you'll want to know anyway, the top 3 most viewed Star Wars trailers are Star Wars The Force Awakens trailer official, Star Wars The Force Awakens official teaser number 2, and Star Wars The Last Jedi trailer official. But on to the actual list, at number 10 is Jedi Kittens Strike Back. So this one clocks in at about 32 million views, uploaded in 2011 by Final Cut King, and in it we get a short fun video where 2 kittens engage in a dogfight with their starfighters throughout a household before they both crash and begin a lightsaber fight, spinning back and forth like even smaller versions of Yoda. Overall, this is a really funny video, which actually surprised me a lot because Zach King, of all people, shows up at the end, but I guess that makes sense considering this is his old channel. And of course Zach King would manage to sneak his way into this top 10 as well. At number 9 is Star Wars Main Theme Full. This was uploaded by Colts Rock 56 with 42 million views, and I think you can probably imagine why this one is on here, but I always do find it cool when the most viewed version of a song like this isn't posted by the official artist that produced it, but rather some random guy from 10 years ago that now has millions of views because of it. And in this one, we do of course get that main opening crawl music with a touch of some of that really good final credits score too. And not to spoil the end of this video, but the number 1 most viewed Star Wars YouTube video actually is very similar to this one, except let's just say a little more complex. In 8th place is Star Wars Scene 38 Reimagined. This is of course the lightsaber fight between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, as well as Obi-Wan's death redone in excellent fashion by Fix-It in Post, which is an ironic name considering the nature of this video. But basically the idea behind this one is that since the original fight is pretty lackluster, especially when compared to some of the latter ones like Duel of the Fates or Anakin vs. Obi-Wan, but this remake shows the scene with far better visual effects, especially with the lightsabers and blaster bolts fired at and from Luke, as well as improved choreography that makes these two seem like more impressive fighters and gives us many new shots to look at as well. Also, we get lots of lines from previous movies playing in the background, which really ties it all together as well. In case it didn't click with you, the reason it's called SC38 Reimagined is because this is the 38th scene in the film, by the script that is. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, Scene 38 Reimagined has 47 million views. It's not like that's the only reason you're here or anything, but seriously though, I really hope you guys do just enjoy the videos in and of themselves, and that they are, I don't know, like a nice place to relax during the week. At number 7 is Cello Wars, Star Wars parody, lightsaber duel, The Piano Guys. In this awesome video with over 50 million views and also 2 characters, one dressed as a Jedi and one being a Sith with a red lightsaber, we see the two in a Star Wars setting with a Cloud City-esque architecture, as well as what I can only presume to be Mustafar and Hoth in the background. And on their cellos, the two play in an intense competition, going over the Imperial March, Duel of the Fates, May the Force Be With You, Star Wars main theme, and even the Cantina Band song before it all comes together into one blend at the end. I'm not gonna play it here because seriously, you should check it out yourself once you're done watching this video. Don't worry, I made a playlist with all of these on it in the description. Also the music and editing for this video, which according to the description took over 70 days to complete and is truly masterful and definitely makes it feel like one of those videos that's actually earned the right to be here. Also Darth Vader with an accordion pops up at one point, which is just like So good. At number 6 is Star Wars Undercover Boss Starkiller Base SNL. This might be the only funny SNL video from the last 10 years, but even with that said, here we get a great skit from Adam Driver, where we take a look, documentary style, into the working conditions of Starkiller Base, which shows us how chill and funny of a guy Adam can be, and seriously, I need to start seeing more of his movies that this guy's in. I mean, all I know outside of Star Wars is A Marriage Story and 65, so let me know if I should check those out. Also, it's his birthday, or it was his birthday last week, so happy birthday, Adam Driver, I guess. That movie, The Last Duel, looks pretty sick too. Oh, it also has 65 million views, so yeah, there's that. At number 5 is Star Wars Force FX Lightsaber Collection. This one is pretty surprising it made it this high up, but it refers to the video posted by Robert Wilson with 69 million views, and shows him with his Force FX lightsaber collection laid out on his bed with a Yoda lightsaber, Luke lightsaber, Kit Fisto lightsaber, and also one for Anakin, Episode 2 Anakin, Episode 1 Obi-Wan, Anakin again, Mace Windu, Asajj Ventress, Count Dooku, and last but not least, Darth Maul, which probably looks the best of all these. And to put it in perspective how cool this is, I have only one of these, the Kit Fisto lightsaber, and that cost me almost $200 on its own, so it's kind of a big deal. At number 4 is Baby Yoda's Song, his Star Wars rap by Chewy Cat. This one is one of the few songs on this list, but I think each of these are elaborate enough to count on here. So this video has 73 million views, was posted in 2019 around the time Mando was really trending, and features the child theme from The Mandalorian in the background with a beautiful hook playing throughout, and also a nice beat with some 10 out of 10 rapping. Again, I'll let you see for yourself, but as I'm showing The Mandalorian to my dad right now, this actually fits very well for the time for me. In third is actually another song, but probably one you're a little more familiar with, that being Seagull's Stop It Now, a bad lip reading of The Empire Strikes Back. Come on though, this one seriously is a classic with 146 million views, and while I must be honest in saying I do slightly prefer the My Stick song from them, this one also slaps and will get stuck in your head big time, which is why I don't feel the need to listen to it again when writing this video. Definitely a classic YouTube moment though, and I love all the other stuff from this channel too, especially those football videos, man. I mean, that stuff used to be really funny, back in the day at least. But before I go on to the top 2, I want to say I'm actually pretty disappointed how no true short films made it on the list, but really, I'll still mention Darth Maul Apprentice with 33 million views, Vader Shards of the Past by Theory with 28 million views, and also Kylo Ren vs. Darth Vader Force of Darkness, which also has an amount of views. But in second is Revenge of the Kids, How Kids Play Star Wars parody. Take back what I said about the Cello Wars earning the spot it got, because this one takes the place. I mean seriously, a video that probably represents most of our childhoods, playing with makeshift lightsabers and costumes, but with good cinematography and a compelling pace. This video is dope. Also, it has 301 million views, which, like I said, well earned. In it, we see two groups of kids fighting each other with lightsabers, blasters, and even Force lightning. Lightning. But they are occasionally interrupted by adults around them, and I seriously wonder what these people, who are probably about my age now, think about this when watching the video years later. In first place is Jimmy Fallon, The Roots, and Star Wars The Force Awakens cast sing Star Wars medley a cappella. So I'm a little disappointed Jimmy Fallon had to take the W on this one, when I really feel like a random fan or hardworking Star Wars YouTuber should have got it instead. But this one is actually pretty funny and shows Jimmy Fallon as well as The Roots and the actors from The Force Awakens having a fun time with a really funny and well produced video that honestly makes a lot of sense why it did so well, as it definitely has viral material. But it is still very entertaining and features some funny moments, like when Adam Driver does a solo for the Imperial March, and also when Carrie Fisher looks at Harrison Ford when he comes in, like, seriously, why is he here? Now this might be a question that some of you are wondering right now. Is it too late to start a Star Wars YouTube channel? Well, for the past few years, after the internet seems to have collectively agreed that they don't like the sequels, I mean, they really are like a hive mind at this point.
Until now you have become the very thing you swore to destroy.
But It's definitely a little bit harder to start now than it was in 2016, as Shad from Entertainment Crew has reminded me often. And yet, hey, my first video for this channel came out only a year ago, so if I can do it, then so can you. But anyway, that's it for this video. You can subscribe if you want to, and I'll probably be doing a face reveal in the next month, so stay tuned for that. These types of videos come out every Friday at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I also post shorts on Saturday. But yeah, see ya.